receivers so that they could build the lineup around Cam Ward, which makes complete sense.
Totally agree. Well, let's move on to the running backs, guys, and let's talk about that RB room. Obviously, when we were going into this offseason, you would say it's probably going to be a split between Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. But what we do know is that Tajay Spears is likely to miss a few weeks due to a sprained ankle. I think they're probably going to be pretty cautious with him. I would not expect him to play any more this preseason. Does he make it back for week 1? Maybe, but you got some tough matchups to open the season at Denver and then against the Rams. So I think all that means is Tony Pollard is an absolute dog. He's an underdog that we want. He's a sleeper, redraft, dynasty, best ball, DFS. He's going to be a guy you're going to want on your team. Kind of a guy that went a little bit unnoticed. I mean, had over 1,000 yards, only 260 opportunities, but finishes RB21, RB15 the year before that. Coach, what's your thoughts on Tony Pollard?
Man, consensus ADP is 28. Like, give me Tony Pollard all day long. Behind this offensive line with a rookie quarterback and a team and a brand new coach that's going to be committed to running the football to help protect Cam Ward in his rookie season, you want Tony Pollard. Like, I'm telling you, he's way higher than 28 for me. Like, I want a piece of Tony Pollard on my team, especially in, like you said, redraft and all DFS. Like, this offensive line is so much better. Spears' injury, while he's going to be back, I get it, but that just makes the room even cleaner for Tony Pollard.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like you said, it's making it cleaner, but who's to say that Tajay doesn't come back and then re-injure himself, or he's missing, valuable time in the preseason to kind of like warm up and get loose and all that and the other. And if he's missing that, he could come back and have a soft tissue injury or a hamstring or a groin or something. And we've seen that plague people, all throughout a year. So I'm hammering Tony Pollard, especially in the formats we've already talked about. I'm not going to, hammer a nail too hard there. Somebody asked, I think it was Zach. Yeah, he was talking about how has Khil Mullings look. Oh, you're good. So he's obviously competing for a roster spot. He had 7 rushes for 33 yards, in the preseason game. I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I mean, having, what is that? A little over or a little under 5 yards a carry. So, I mean, that's not a bad look there, but I think you're really just kind of hammering Pollard here, and then you're going to see who's really going to be the backup with Tajay hurt. So, honestly, this line, like Coach talked about, has been so much improved. It's a great line. I think they're going to look to run the ball a lot and kind of take the pressure off of Cam Ward. So I looked for the Titans to be kind of surprising this year as far as their offense efficiency go.
I think Mullings is interesting to me, not through fantasy relevance, but just through possible opportunity should something happens. And here's the reason why is he's a former linebacker at Michigan. The running back position is new to him. I think this is only his 2nd or 3rd year playing running back. He played linebacker at Michigan for 2 or 3 years, I believe. So it's a guy who I think will get an opportunity to be on the team, more likely than not through special teams. I could see him being an up back, being somewhere on the punt coverage, being on kickoff coverage. He's got some speed, but he also has that tackling nature just from his defensive background. So I could see him kind of floating around on this roster, finding a way to get on there. And then should something happen to Tony Pollard, maybe Tajay Spears is still hurt or banged up, then he suddenly becomes something of a little bit of intrigue. So I think it's kind of one of those guys of it'd be a waiver darling. Maybe he hits that Chris Rodriguez like Washington had week 14 during the playoffs of fantasy, and he scored 20-something points and won a bunch of people fantasy championships. Maybe he does that. I don't know. But it's at least interesting.
I tend to think Julius Chestnut will probably make the team before him, but I mean, they could take 4. They could carry 4. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, too, though, is we talk about all the time, like these guys that aren't necessarily like star-studded, like, they're going to be the starter or the direct backup. They're going to try to find places to fit in on like special teams and stuff like that. So if you've got a former linebacker who is now a running back, I would like to think he's probably going to find a spot on a special teams unit a little bit easier than just a pure running back,
Well, let's talk about the tight end position for just a minute. Chigakonkwo, super athletic tight end out of Maryland.